What's up, guys? Devious Boys here. It's currently the day after the fights, July 30th. It's 2:51 p.m. I think that might be important depending on what they announce, hours after the fights. There might be some stuff that we might be missing, since it takes time to upload some stuff. We still need to upload, like at the time of this recording, weigh-ins, press conference, stuff like that. So I don't know how long it's gonna take us to do that, but I thought it might be worth mentioning. But right now we're just gonna be talking about our full experience throughout the day of what went down yesterday. Who wants to start?
You can start.
I can start. Alright, so first of all, obviously, like we said uh in another video, we were gonna be there early. So we were there early. We were in line to take pictures with some fighters, and in my case, it was Kelvin Gastelum, Danige, and Misha Tate. And I also took video with the belt. Um, it was pretty sunny that day. It was pretty hot, so I really was drinking a lot of water. But once I got inside the venue, it was fresh. Um, I did notice that a lot of people started uh, entering the building early. So, well, the arena, and it was packed, man. Even for like the early prelims and everything, it was packed, and I like that, man. It really, I don't know. For me, it looks good. So the UFC comes back and everything. So it really was good. Um, all the prelims were good, man. I really liked them, except for like I think these two dudes that fought at flyweight. I think one was like CJ something, and I know the other dude missed weight. Boring fight. I didn't really like it. I think they were just playing around too much, and really didn't like it as much. But it is what it is, man. Not every card can be perfect. But it was good card, good prelims. I'm glad my boy Jake Matthews got that W. I really wanted Jake Semmelsberger,
Matthew.
my fault, to get the W, man. But it is what it is. It's the game we play. So what can you really do, man? I'm glad Bonfim got the W, man. I really like his fights and everything. I think he's really exciting, and it looks like he's gonna be a good prospect for the welterweight division. Um, Kevin Holland, Michael Chiesa, good fight. I really just didn't see Michael Chiesa in that fight, man. You can really tell he's not really hungry no more. Uh, I don't know, man. It's just sad because I know he's a great person and everything. Uh, and well done from part of Kevin Holland. I just don't think it's a good idea that he wants to go up to 185. I think he has less chance to do something up there, but I mean, if it's his decision, it is what it is. I think that he's gonna do a way better job at welterweight, but that's my thought. Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green. Uh, it was a good fight. I haven't rewatched the fight. It's so different because I was just only watching the canvas, and we weren't really that close. So it's pretty hard to watch what's happening and everything. But I just prefer watching the canvas instead of the screen because in that case I'll just watch it at home. You know what I mean? So that's just me. But like while I was watching it, like mainly the canvas, some things are hard to see. So. I really got excited when Tony dropped Bobby Green. I was all like, "Hey, he might be back, man." But me personally, I don't think the eye poke was really that deciding in the fight. Yeah, it kind of fucked him up at first, but other than that, I mean, I don't see that affecting him in the rest of the fight. But it's sad, man. It really is. I was really going with Tony on this one, man, and I really believed in him. and he's he'll never give up for any situation, man. Uh, but I think it's time to like hang up the gloves and call it a career, man. Cause I just don't want to see him lose again. Uh, he was such a great fighter, and he's still a great fighter, man. But these new guys are just taking over, and sometimes it's just time for some other people to grow in this sport. And I feel bad, man. It's sad. I love Tony, but it's time, man. It really is. It's sad. Then going with Derek Lewis and De Silva. Hey, I'm glad that Lewis got that W. That shit was quick as fuck. I just saw him running and throwing that. I thought it was a kick or something at first, but turned out it was a knee. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit was the quickest shit I've ever seen live. So it was cool, man. It was cool. He got his W. I really like Derek Lewis. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I really like him. I think he's a funny motherfucker, man. Next, Alex Pereira versus Yan. I thought it was gonna really end up in a finish. I did get like kind of scared at the beginning of the fifth round because I thought Young was about to submit Alex, but hey, he got out of those positions and W, man. You can tell that Glover has really taught him a lot in these years that they've been training together, and I'm glad, man. Glover is a great teacher, you can tell. But yeah, for me, I think Alex Pereira won that fight fair and square. I just got Jan winning that first round. Other than that, the second and third, I just saw Alex winning. And the main event, damn, bro, I didn't even see that shit coming at all. That shit took me by surprise, bro. It was crazy, man, because I saw Gaethje throwing these leg kicks and everything, and I didn't see, like, Poirier checking any of those. Now I'm all like, come on, man. Like, you saw that in the last fight. Why are you not checking any of those? And then he was throwing high kicks and everything, and I'm all like, okay, different game plan. You can tell that Gaethje was really practicing those head kicks and everything. And I kind of saw Poirier almost fighting the same fight as the last fight they had. But, man, Gaethje is a bad motherfucker. You can tell, man. Good ass head kick, man. I was surprised. I really thought Poirier was going to get this one easy, man. Gaethje really shut me up, man. And kind of had a bad experience because there was, like, these dudes in front of us. And I was obviously supporting Dustin Poirier, but these dudes got really aggressive. They're all like, fuck you and everything. And I really don't like that, man. I was keeping it respectful. I'm all like, hey, you already know if you're going to come to like a live event, not everybody is going to go for the same fighter. But I don't think you got to be a piece of shit in that aspect. And you always got to keep it respectful with anyone, but I don't know, man. I don't like that type of people. Just trying not to get in problems, but hey, I guess that's just the way they live their fights. But for me, it wasn't good, man. They should have how do you say it?
More respect.
More respect to other people, man. But other than that, it was a great night of fights, and I liked it, man. Yeah.
Can I go? Okay. Well, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. The meet and greets with the fighters, I went to go see Kelvin Gastelum, Dan Ige, and Bilal Muhammad. It was very nice to go see them. I also did the strength, like, to punching the punching bag machine. It was kind of weird because the punching bag was like very soft, so you have to hit it with enough precision and with enough force so you could get a high number. If not, you're gonna get like 100 or something like that. So yeah, but it makes it a lot more competitive for a lot of people. So I feel that it's a good idea that they did that. Had a lot of fun in that. It was really hot, really, really hot. I think my head was hurting because I hadn't drinking that much water and I hadn't eaten that much, so that also had to do. But then going to the fights, well, Matthew Simmelsberger, I really, my brothers know more about him. I don't know that much, but I was like, okay, I'll go for him. But the other dude just, he got him by surprise with that spinning back fist. Well, it was mainly forearm, but it was nice. Like he timed it very well. He got him down, capitalized on that moment, and he finished the fight. I was very surprised with that one. The guy's a really nice guy. From when he started talking after the fight, he wants to live in Utah. I mean, it's a very nice place. It's a lot of conditioning where you are here in Utah, so I feel that it's a nice place for him to be here. Then Jake Matthews. I enjoyed the fight. I kind of felt that his fight with this dude was going good until the dude like said that he got hit in the nuts. Like when the replay happened, I was like, "Yo, what the hell?" Is like it's so clean, and even the commentator said it was a clean hit. So I was like, "Come on!" And they didn't do anything. Like the ref didn't do anything about it. Like at least deduct him a point. We know that Jake Matthews won still, but they should have deducted a point for like basically faking an injury in the groins. So I didn't like that, but it is what it is. Then um, the Russian dude with the head kick as well. Two head kicks in one day. That one was a crazy one. I didn't think that was gonna happen. It looked like the Brazilian guy. I can't spell their names right, so I'm not gonna say it. The Brazilian guy like was wobbling him a bit. Then the other dude just came back with that head kick. It surprised everybody in the arena. I was surprised. I really liked that fight. It was a good one. Then we go with Salvador versus Vergara. I didn't like it. I just felt that they were trying to be flashy in all kinds of ways, even though they weren't really doing that much. You know, it's a fight. You have to fight. Don't think you're like Nate Diaz or Spider Silva. I didn't like it at all. There was a lot of people around us who were like, "Come on, really? Just fight! Like, what are you doing?" Yeah, they were trying to hype up the crowd, and Utah wants to show that we support. But I kind of felt that those guys didn't do that much. Bonfim, it was a nice one. He did that guillotine very well. Practice like he does very well his jiu-jitsu. So props to him. I enjoyed it. I saw that fight. I was like, damn, nice. Then Kevin Holland versus Michael Chiesa. That one was a good one. He got that Darce choke. I was so surprised when he got it. I didn't think he was gonna go for a submission. I thought he was gonna try to go for a knockout, but you know that's this game. Like you never know what's gonna happen. Somebody might get submitted. Somebody might like quit on the bench. Well, in the time that they're waiting for the next round. So you never know what's gonna happen. Then Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. I I really wanted Tony Ferguson to win. I was so sad how everything played out. He looked very well in the first round. He looked active. He got that nice hit on Bobby Green. I was like, oh snap, we might see something happen. But sadly, like my brother said, these new guys are just different. We're in a different era of fighters, and sadly, Tony has stayed behind from everybody. I think the moment that he fought Gaethje was a clear sign that we have new fighters and that this is a different era. Sadly, I don't want to admit it, but it's something that I have to come to terms with. I really wish that he could retire because I don't want to see him get hurt anymore. He's studying for a lot of stuff. He's doing his own stuff besides the UFC, so I wish that he could pursue those stuff and have a better life. I really like him, and I wish the best for him. And if he does get another fight, for sure, I'm just gonna support him, no matter what the outcome is. Then Derek Lewis versus De Silva.
De Silva.
De
Yes.
Silva. That was that was a crazy one. Like immediately a change of emotion, sadness to immediately going to crazy. What was it? 30 seconds or less of a finish from Derek Lewis, and then him taking his shorts off. It was funny as hell. I enjoyed that one. It was pretty fun. Everybody was laughing over there in our area, so it was nice. Then Pereira versus Blahovic. That one was a good one. I saw some improvements from Pereira in the ground. Not a lot. There's still a lot that he has to work on, but that's why he has Glover, and I'm happy that he has Glover with him. He needs to practice a bit more his defense because I did see him getting hit a few times by Jan Blahovic, and I was like, dude, come on, like you should be better than this. So I mean, it's his first bout in light heavyweight, so I'll let it slide this time. I did see him a bit slower than he was in middleweight, but you know, like I said, it's his first fight in light heavyweight, so we'll see what comes after this fight. I really know that he still had that power. Jan was very hesitant in trying to go head to head with him on the strike, so that's how you know Alex has that power. And he almost caught him in the second round. At the ending of it, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna finish him, but the time saved Jan Blachowicz. That's how I feel. But yeah, that one was a good one. Then Justin Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier. That one was a crazy one. I obviously had Justin Gaethje. Jesus Christ, I did not see that that head kick happen at all. I was just looking at the octagon. I was like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. Then all of a sudden, you just see a head kick, and I was like, what the hell? Just seeing Dustin Poirier fall down, I was like, wow, I did not see this happening. I thought it was gonna happen like around the 4th or 5th round, that there was gonna be a KO, but I didn't see it that soon. What a crazy thing. I feel now that Utah's gonna be known as the state of head kicks. What the hell? Like 3 head kicks already in these past 2 years. This last year and this year. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, that's my opinion from how I felt the whole experience. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. I hope to see UFC soon back over here. So yeah. What's yours?
You know, they said that that in the T-Mobile, sorry, not the T-Mobile Arena, but the Delta Center, they made a shrine for Leon. I asked 2 of the security guys. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I was all like, I'll probably look it up at some other point. But the UFC said that they made a shrine for Leon. I didn't get to see it because I tried to find it so I could probably show you guys what they were talking about. If not, probably you could just Google it. But you know, my general opinion of the whole day was it was good. They were so last time that they came to Utah for UFC 278, there was really I didn't see any restrooms outside when there was the fighter meet and greet. I didn't see any restrooms. There was no anybody selling water or food, anything like that. But this time they were selling. Well, they weren't selling. They were actually just handing out monsters. They were handing out these protein bars that I think it's from Power Slab, or it's being sponsored by Power Slab. They were handing those things out, but it was pretty cool. We do have to say that you should keep in mind, if you are gonna go to anything like this and you know that it's going to be a big event, go early. If you really want to meet those fighters, if you really want to meet them, go early. Because we went there an hour and a half before they were supposed to meet the fighters, probably 2. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember how early
it was? An hour and a half.
An hour and a half. And you know, there was a fair amount of people there. So by the time it was already the moment to meet the fighters, there were long lines. And Masvidal was supposed to be there. He couldn't make it. Instead, we got Kelvin Gastelum and Dan Ige. Still, the lines were massive. For example, me and him, got to only meet Kelvin, Danige, and Misha Tate. And other than that, we didn't meet anybody else. I would have liked to meet Macy Barbara, but it wasn't a priority. Like, I had no problem not meeting her or the rest of the fighters. There was a lot of sun that day. Make sure if you don't want to like move around all over the place, pack yourself some lunch and have a good water bottle ready. So like if you're thirsty or you're hungry and you went early so you could be in line so you can meet the fighters, have that packed so that way you could go to your car, eat lunch or whatever, and then go back and keep enjoying everything. That's just my opinion. You could also like buy water bottles if they're selling them at the place that they're at, like where you're attending your state, whatever. That's just one opinion. But yeah, it was fun, cool, and when it was moment for the fights, the place started getting full pretty fast, which was pretty awesome. That's what I like to see here. I like to see that our crowd was pretty alive. I felt how people were supporting the fights. It was kind of funny. There's this moment I think where Alex beat Yan. Everybody was cheering, but right when Joe came in with the microphone to like interview him, I just heard a shit ton of boos.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on, but that was just pretty random. But yeah, just I thought I would just spit that out real quick. That way I didn't forget. But yeah, prelims, it was pretty good. Like Dana said, he made this card with finishes in mind, and finishes where we got. All right. Even the women's fight, most of the time we're like, man, bathroom break, whatever, man. We don't think anything about these fights, but we got to finish. It doesn't matter if it was boring or good. At least we got to finish.
Yeah.
I like the Matthew Semmelsberger fight. I thought he was able to win, but it is what it is. The Jake Matthews fight was good. I thought it was fun. I didn't feel like he kicked the dude in the balls, but it is what it is. And the Bonfim fight was pretty nice. It's cool seeing all these fighters get their moment and the crowd cheering for them. It's kind of funny because like when Matthew was fighting, I was chanting "Go Jedi," or I was just saying Jedi, and I heard people laughing and stuff, and I was all like, oh, it's because they don't know. Since there's a lot of casual people that go to these events, or people that they're all like, oh, UFC's in town, fuck it, let's just get some tickets, and they don't know the name of the fighters like some hardcore fans like us might. I'm all out here chanting, and nobody else is saying it, and I'm like, hey, it makes sense though. But yeah, moving on, so I don't keep it that long. The prelims were really nice. The main card though, Michael Chiesa, Kevin Holland. I felt bad, man, that Chiesa was getting booed all that much. He's a nice guy, but I knew he was coming into this fight with 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't compete like that, man. You gotta be all in it. He just wants a random win, or that's how it felt to me. Another thing to mention is, like, we were all the way in the top of the, like, all the way in the back.
Yeah.
And we were watching the octagon. Look at the octagon if you're gonna be there, and you're all the way in the back, man. Because I've seen people complain that, I was just looking at the monitor the whole time. Then don't, motherfucker. You could easily just look a little bit down and you're looking at the octagon. You don't know exactly what's going on, but if you're actually into the fights and you're there to enjoy every moment, you're gonna be looking at the octagon because that's what you want to see, the fighters. I might be wrong, but like I don't like that opinion that, don't go, it's not worth it if you're all the way in the back, you're just looking at the monitor. Then if that's your general opinion, you should just stay home and don't buy any tickets for people. Like, you're just taking space up that easily some other people that really want to see the fighters could easily be enjoying.
Yep.
All right, so don't do that. Just stay home, watch it at TV if you're that type of person. Okay? The Michael Chiesa fight, Kevin Holland, was pretty good. I didn't think it was gonna end that fast, but okay. And then Tony versus Bobby Green. Man, I'm one of the. I'm a person that's a really big Tony Ferguson fan. My heart was with him throughout the whole time. It was kind of strange, he does look a lot slower. It was a strange fight. We haven't rewatched the fights because we haven't bought the pay-per-view. We were just there. So there's a lot of things I can't say because I didn't know what was going on at some points as to how far we were. We weren't crazy far, but when they get up to the cage, there's a lot of stuff you could be missing. Or when they're in the ground, there's a lot of stuff that you clearly can't see. But, it was, I don't know, I'm just sad, man. I'm sad because my favorite fighter lost, and he lost in, I guess I just would have really liked that if he was going to lose, he was going to lose in a decision. I don't know, I didn't mentalize, I didn't visualize him losing. Because as to how much I really love him, I really locked into my head that he was going to get that W. I guess a lot of us always do that with our favorite fighters, and that's what I did with Tony. I was sure he was going to get that dub. It didn't happen. It wasn't planned. But it was sad to see him go the way he went out. Because he was fighting. We saw that vintage Tony Ferguson that was never going to tap regardless of the situation. And he went to sleep. Bobby Green said he even heard him gargle when he was choking him out. It's sad, man. It's kind of funny. I even called for a Tony round 3 triangle. And in the first round, you could clearly see that's what he was trying to work for. But Bobby Green outworked him at every facet that the fight went.
I think Bobby Green was really expecting that triangle. I think that's a good thing to point out as well.
Yeah, man. I felt like Bobby was just seeing everything that Tony threw. The only thing that threw him off at some point was just Tony's reach. That was it. I appreciate that at least I got to see Tony live, man.
Yeah.
I cried while I was at the venue after he lost. I was screaming my lungs out for him to finish the fight, for the timer to just, be in 0 and him to get up and we could go to a decision. But I didn't get what I wanted, and it is what it is, man. This is the game we play.
Okay.
I cried, man. It's difficult. But I'm grateful that I got to see him in person compete, even though he lost, man. I just want to say thank you, Tony. But moving on, we got the Derek Lewis flying knee. I almost felt like I was watching Masvidal do it all over again. It was fun, man. Good for him. Everybody was cheering. I felt like the crowd was the loudest with him. In general, I felt like the crowd was the loudest with him. I might be wrong, but that's just me. It was cool. It was fun. Nice way to pick up the pace again.
Yeah.
After what happened, then I can't really say much. It was kind of funny that he took off his shorts, but I was able to see Lewis winning this one, and it happened. Yeah, Alex against Yan. It was, I don't know. It's kind of funny because I was all like, Alex winning is gonna put this division moving, and he won and everything. But I didn't feel anything at all. I think I really did want Yan to win. Don't get me wrong, happy for Alex, but I feel like Yan. I don't know. He was more in my heart for that win. It is what it is, man. It was a cool fight, though. I didn't think, Alex was gonna be able to defend many takedowns, especially how that first round went down. I was all like, the only way he's gonna be winning this after seeing that first round is if he catches him going for the takedown. Sorry, it cut off because we reached the max amount of time for a recording. But yeah, that's what happened. Cool fight though. I mean, it was fun seeing him walk out. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's one of the best things you could probably see is Alex Pereira just walking out, doing his own thing, and you know,
That shit's always cool.
yeah, man.
I forgot to mention, like, me and him were like already when Alex was coming out and he was doing his thing. I was already. I didn't care for the people behind me. I was like, come on, let's.
You
fucking
just
go.
gotta join in once in a while, y'all. Like, hey,
Exactly.
let me lock in real quick.
I was gonna record him coming out, but I didn't even get to. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna be with him in that moment. But that was nice.
Yeah, man. It was a cool moment and cool for him, man. He got that dub. Now we could probably see him versus Yeti. That's gonna be a crazy fight if it does end up happening. Hopefully Yeti could be good by the beginning of next year. That way Alex has a good amount of time so he could rest.
Exactly.
And we could get that fight going. Probably March by next year. Really massive fight right there.
Exactly.
So now to the main event. Man, that shit was crazy. I was not expecting that, man. It's kind of funny because, like, once the fight started, Gaethje was throwing the leg kicks, and Dustin wasn't checking them for shit. I was all like, what the hell is going on, man? You should really expect leg kicks by default from Justin. And Dustin wasn't even checking them. There might be a couple of checks I missed because, once again, we didn't see it from the monitor or TV. We haven't rewatched him. We were just looking at the octagon.
Yep.
And I don't know, Gaethje was throwing body kicks. He was throwing kicks in general, not just leg kicks. And I was all like, damn. I saw him get sloppy with it a couple times with the boxing. Just what I expected. I thought Dustin at some point was going to start to outwork him. But don't get me wrong. Those kicks started to worry me a little bit after that first round ended. Because he just didn't check him. And then going into the next round, randomly we got Leon. He just, Leon was
again.
all like, hold up, guys. Let me take care of this. Ah! And he killed Dustin, man. It was fucked up. Everybody, we got a pro Gaethje crowd, and Gaethje win they got. It is what it is. It hurts me, man. I almost feel like people felt when Masvidal beat Nate for the BMF title. People were all like, nah, he robbed him of his belt. That belt was made for him. And a lot of shit, man. And now I see, like, Gaethje winning, and I'm all like, nah, man, he robbed Dustin from that belt. Dustin deserved that belt, but it is what it is, man. That's what happens when you come in with the wrong mindset. Because realistically, Gaethje was outworking Dustin the whole fight, also to the point of the head kick, man. He was just looking better throughout. He literally looks like a different fighter, and now it's scary to see him against whoever is going to be next for him. It doesn't matter if it's the winner of Charles and Makhachev or whoever the fuck they give him. It's going to be crazy, man. Sad to see Dustin lose, but, crazy night. And this is going to go down in history, man. We know that they're going to bring a good-ass card again for Utah for whenever they end up wanting to come back. So, yeah, man, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a 10 out of 10, even though I'm heartbroken, man. It really stung last night. I was super, super sad, but it is what it is. Like I said before, this is the game we play.
True.
This is probably the reason we love this and we hate it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, let me just add a few things. Yeah, like, we try our best to always feel that our fighters might win, but we're gonna have losses, we're gonna have wins. We might have, like, for example, me and my brothers always tell me this. They're like, hey, why are you rooting for this guy if he did this to this guy, but stuff like that. But, it always, for me, it depends how I see the fighter. And sometimes maybe I just hate this fighter. I'm like, I don't want to go for him, so I'll just root for this guy. But, yeah, like, he said, it's a game we play. We're gonna have times where we're just gonna have losses in the whole card or wins. You never know.
Yep.
But that's why we love it. That's why we're here, and that's why we're making these videos. But yeah.
Nothing to add.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Stay devious, like
Peace.
always.